shit. Two words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York. With a pitchfork.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, they carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's some truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never look luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, big Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the trolls, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with two dot team, man, who'd you?
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Easy. Ready. You waiting?
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down. Brees now to throw. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Easy.
To throw, it's Brees. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. You waiting?
From the gun, it's Brees. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
Didn't have a receiver turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From midfield, here's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Lucy. Green 80.
To throw, it's Bortles. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Alex Okafor in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Omaha.
Throwing now is Bortles. Open man right side is Sharp. And down he'll go at the 25. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
11. Check. Green 80. 372. Move.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Lucy.
Bortles now on 1st down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're open, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Mike 39, Lucy. All good.
Shotgun now for Bortles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Bortles to the former Jet Safarian Jenkins for the Jags first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
372.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsors saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Earlier in the broadcast, Charles, we mentioned the win for New Orleans last week over the Vikings. Now 6 straight wins for New Orleans. Are they a true contender against the Rams vying for the NFC crown?
They certainly are because they can run the heck out of the football with Kamara and with Ingram. I think their offensive line continues to get better and better, a nice mix of veterans and youth. The defensive front plays the run as well as anyone in the league. and the secondary continues to patrol the balls in the air. So I think that they are...
Ted Ginn's gonna go. He's at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 77 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jacksonville coming back out here on offense and probably still trying to get their legs a little bit after being across the pond to play the Eagles, a game that they lost after they had won 3 straight over there. But, Charles, they're now 3-5 and on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, they were hoping that the trip across the pond would help them because that's their home away from home. They have an agreement with the league to play a game there every year. They like that. But in this case, they needed a win against the defending Super Bowl champions. Didn't get it. Blake Bortles, remember, he was benched last week because of tough play. Played through this one, but still that offense needs a jump start. Defense struggling, and that's supposed to carry the team. Doug Marrone, their head coach, did say that this upcoming week, a good week to have an open one. And so with no game, I wonder how they're going to handle it. Probably get the guys away from the facility. Coaches go into their rooms, figure out what's going on, and try and come up with a plan for the second half of the season. They're not out of it in the AFC South, but they didn't expect to be in this position.
Now a play fake here on first down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Bortles. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Bortles now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
372. Control left.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
380.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Bortles now to throw. nice shark. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
My 39, Lucy. Spread right, spread right.
Bortles now on first down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Safarian Jenkins. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Leemo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Leemo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw, it's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Ready.
Breeze now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Hey. 11.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Leemo will put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, back out Leemo to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. You ready? Yes. Yes.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack.
Bortles now on first down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Demario Davis in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Let's go, trip left, trip left.
To throw is Bortles. His throw incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Sunday, Sunday. Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
Nope.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Lutz now to kick this one away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And now is Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So now Bortles will bring the Jags up to go for 2.
Hey, spread left. Spread left.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Here's Breeze. He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, 62 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down. See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Green 80. Green is it.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
11B, 11B. Hank. Hey, 54, Ricky. Green is it. Mike 39, Lucy. Green is it.
Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Back now in Jacksonville. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Omaha. All good. Green is it. Check your backer. Mike 39, Lucy. Mike's 47. Hey, spread left. Green is it.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And some room to maneuver. 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point tacked on by Leemo. And the lead is up to 5. Here's Leemo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. On first down, Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. To throw is Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lutz now to kick this one away. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, snap.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Hey. Hey, let's go. Trips left.
They'll look to throw. Open man right side is Sharp. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge
72,
forward.
72. So right. Hey, let's go. Trips left. Spread left.
Back to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Here we go.
Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. 11 more on that one, and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends. And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. Now Breeze. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.